My name is Maria. I am 32 years old. I live in a quiet coastal town where the sea kisses worn cobblestones, and neighbors know your story before you tell it. Every morning, I wake up while darkness still holds the sky. I walk to the small textile workshop near the market square and begin my work before the town stirs awake. I work with my hands all day. I sew buttons, hem dresses, repair torn seams, and press fabrics. My shoulders ache. My fingers are marked with needle pricks. Still, I keep going. Some days, my heart feels heavy before I even thread the first needle. My hands move on their own, stitching the same patterns over and over. I don't hate my work, but I feel invisible inside it. Like no matter how many hours I give, my life never moves forward. At the end of every month, my salary disappears. No matter how carefully I work, something is always missing. I don't waste money on myself. I don't buy jewelry or pretty things. I wear the same clothes until they fade. Still, I never manage to save. My dream is simple. I want to buy my own sewing machine. Not a fancy one, just something reliable, so I can take orders at home after work. But that dream always feels like it belongs to someone else. Every evening, I walk home through narrow streets. My clothes smell of fabric dye and dust. My feet ache in worn sandals. When it rains, I pull my shawl tight. When it's hot, sweat clings to my back. I see other women who have their own shops, their own customers, their own freedom. They are not wealthy. They just found a path that I couldn't see. I don't feel jealous. I feel lost. I ask myself, why can't I do what they did? My home is small. One room, a corner for cooking, and a window that overlooks rooftops. When my salary comes, I already know it's spoken for. Rent, groceries, medicine for my mother, old debts I'm still paying off. When I finish counting, nothing remains. Many nights, while stitching by lamplight, I think about my life. Every time I try to save, something falls apart. My mother gets sick. The landlord raises rent. A festival arrives, and I'm expected to contribute. It feels like life knows exactly when to push me back down. I used to think money problems happened to careless people, but I was careful and still drowning. That thought scared me more than being poor. It made me feel powerless. One afternoon, while delivering finished clothes to a customer, I overhear her talking to her daughter. She says she saves 1% of everything she earns. She says it's not about the amount, it's about keeping a promise to yourself. I listen quietly, but inside, I feel nothing. The words wash over me like they're meant for someone else. A few days later, I see her again at the market. She stops me and asks how I'm doing. I don't know why, but I tell her the truth. I work so hard, but nothing ever stays. She looks at me with kind eyes and says, "Start with 1%, just 1%. Don't wait until money is left over. Save first, even $1. Do it every single day. Then see what happens inside you." After she walks away, I feel angry. 1% sounds like an insult.
What will $1 do when I need hundreds? When my pockets are already empty, why pretend? The next morning, before I leave for work, I make a quiet promise to myself. I take one small coin and place it in an empty jar hidden behind my cooking pots. It feels silly, like playing pretend. That night, I stare at the jar. I think, what difference will this make? But I don't take it back. For the first time, I choose not to give up before I start. Every day, I add something small. The jar fills slowly, but something inside me changes faster. Each time I save, I start noticing where the rest of my money goes. I see small leaks. Tea I buy on the way home. Snacks I eat without thinking. Fabric I waste because I'm rushing. At work, I notice waste everywhere. Thread thrown away. Cloth scraps no one collects. Time lost to gossip. I realize that waste steals money from me, and I was helping it happen. I begin working with more care, not to please my boss, but to honor myself. I also start writing things down in a small notebook I find at home. It's messy, numbers blur. I scratch out mistakes. Seeing my habits on paper makes my chest tight. But with every page, I breathe easier. For the first time, money stops feeling like my enemy. My supervisor notices something different about me. One evening, she says I've become more reliable. A month later, she offers me extra work on weekends. It's not much, but this time I don't let it slip away. I keep saving 1%. Slowly, I stop borrowing from the corner shop owner. The day he smiles and says, "You're doing well," I cry on my way home. That quiet moment feels like freedom. I start asking around for tailoring work at home. At first, I mend small things. I tell everyone I'm saving for my own machine. Months pass. The jar grows heavy with coins and folded notes. One day, I sit on my floor and count everything. My hands tremble. Tears fall. It's enough, not just for the machine, but for something I didn't expect. Here comes the part that changed everything. When I go to buy the sewing machine, the shop owner's wife asks if I want to learn pattern making. She offers to teach me on Sunday afternoons. I say yes, even though I'm terrified. That skill opens a door I didn't know existed. Soon, I'm not just stitching, I'm designing. Small orders, simple blouses, then dresses. The sewing machine wasn't the real goal. The belief in myself was. The biggest change wasn't my income. It was the feeling that I matter. Today, my life is still simple. I still work long hours. I still count every dollar. But now, I walk with my head up. Saving 1% didn't fill my purse first. It filled my heart. It taught me that strength grows from small, brave choices, not from waiting for someone to rescue you. If you feel trapped, don't wait for a miracle. Start with what you have. Look closely at your own hands. The power you're searching for is already inside you.